We definitely didn't see these heartbreaks coming. Hey everyone, I'm Rebecca and welcome to MsMojo. Today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 saddest TV plot twists.
Swear him in.
That means we're looking at unexpected turns in TV shows that left us devastated. To be on our list, it has to be a real plot twist and not just an unexpected death. Also, obviously, spoiler alert. Alright, let's get to it. Number 10, the Ben reveal, Scrubs.
You have to forgive yourself for everything that went down the other day.
Scrubs is a show that perfectly walks the line between comedy and drama on a regular basis, but the season 3 episode My Screw Up certainly punched us in the gut with this twist. Played by Brendan Fraser, Ben is a former cancer patient who comes in for routine tests. Later, when a patient passes away in JD's care, Ben tries to persuade the upset Dr. Cox that it wasn't JD's fault. It turns out, however, that Ben was actually the patient who died, appearing only to Dr. Cox, who was unable to accept his friend's death. Number 9, Bartlet's Choice, The West Wing.
My getting killed would be bad enough, but that is not the nightmare scenario. The nightmare scenario, sweetheart, is you getting kidnapped.
In the very first season of The West Wing, President Bartlet describes to his youngest daughter Zoe exactly what it would be like if she let her guard down at a bar or party and got kidnapped. Several seasons later, his worst fear comes to pass, leaving him scrambling to figure out her kidnapper's motivations. While this storyline was shocking and stressful, the truly heartbreaking moment comes when we learn that Bartlet has invoked the 25th Amendment because he feels incapable of being both the President of the United States and a father.
You're relieved, Mr. President.
Number 8, the Earth Shocker, Battlestar Galactica.
But it seems to want us to find Earth with the Cylons.
There's no place like home, but home can change a lot. Battlestar Galactica follows the journey of human survivors from the 12 colonies of Kobol as they search for the 13th colony, otherwise known as Earth.
We have arrived at Earth.
Midway through the 4th season, they finally reach their destination, and the audience is just as shocked as the characters by what they find. Their ancient home has become just as much a nuclear wasteland as the planets they left behind, in a disheartening twist that casts a dark shadow over the direction humanity is heading. Number 7, the John Doe, Grey's Anatomy.
007.
The finale of the 5th season of Grey's Anatomy is a doozy, with several dramatic plot lines threatening the lives of core characters. The big surprise, though, happens when a man is brought into the hospital with severe injuries that are so bad he can't be identified. While Meredith is caring for him, he keeps trying to write something on her hand with his finger, but isn't strong enough to speak or hold a pen. Ultimately, she realizes that what he's writing is 007, the nickname that George received so many seasons earlier. Almost as soon as they realize they have one of their own to save, however, he dies on the table.
Oh God!
Number 6, The Train, House of Cards.
Have you thought about what we discussed?
We saw in the first season of House of Cards just how far Frank Underwood was willing to go to advance his political career. In the second season premiere, however, his actions become more extreme than we ever expected. The so-called suicide of Representative Peter Russo, who was really murdered by Underwood, raises the suspicions of journalist Zoe Barnes, who also happens to be Underwood's former lover. So what does Frank do? Well, we knew it wouldn't be good, but we definitely didn't expect him to throw her in front of a train and kill her. This move really cemented Underwood's character, and kept us on edge for the rest of the series.
I want to believe you, Francis. No, you...
Number 5, Violet's Fate, American Horror Story. There are plenty of creepy moments throughout American Horror Story, but one of the most upsetting took place in Murder House, the first series of the anthology. Violet and her family have moved into a house in LA with a dark past, and she soon begins seeing ghosts all around her. Halfway through the season, she's so troubled by this that she tries to kill herself, but is saved in the nick of time by Tate. Episodes later, however, Tate shows her her own body, revealing that she did succeed in killing herself, and had been living as a ghost without realizing it.
I tried to save you. I did.
Number 4, The Calm Before the Storm, The Walking Dead. This influential zombie show has seen many heartbreaking moments. Remember the Sophia as Walker reveal in season 2? But what's worse than seeing one innocent character lose their life? Revealing that 10 characters have been killed. This season 9 scene tortures viewers by slowly revealing each victim one by one. Some prominent, some whose names you may not even know, but all victims of a fierce war to come.
My mom was here. She's gone. I can't find Henry.
The saddest part? The Whisperers have left one survivor alive to tell the tale, expecting Sadiq to reveal to his friends how terrifying this new group of antagonists is.
I was supposed to die with them. I was ready to.
But instead, he explains how valiantly the departed fought, in some cases for and with people they barely knew. If you didn't catch the feels here, you're as dead inside as a walker. Number 3, the bent neck lady, The Haunting.
It's okay, honey.
When The Haunting of Hill House debuted on Netflix in 2018, horror fans were engrossed by the intricate plotline. It's a story full of twists and turns, but no revelations were more upsetting than when we got the episode The Bent Neck Lady midway through the season. As a child, Nell sometimes saw a frightening apparition of a woman with a broken neck, and as an adult, she still wonders what it all means. Eventually though, when she goes back to Hill House, she finds out that the ghost she's seeing is actually her own.
It's time to wake up, sweetheart.
Number 2, the chicken wasn't a chicken after all, MASH.
And it was driving me crazy. Every time it made a noise, I was sure the Chinese would hear it and find us.
MASH was a show that addressed the experience of war in a way that was often lighthearted and comedic. But in the TV movie that acted as the series finale, there was a moment so dark that it brought us right back to the real horrors of the time. It comes when the sardonic Hawkeye is telling a woman to quiet her chicken as they hide from an enemy patrol. She eventually had to smother it to death to stop it clucking.
Keep that damn chicken quiet!
It's eventually revealed, however, that it wasn't a chicken that the woman was holding, but a crying baby. It doesn't get much darker than that.
I just wanted to be quiet!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, The Red Wedding, Game of Thrones. Of course our number 1 pick had to go to what will likely go down as one of the most shocking moments in TV history. Sure, anyone who had read the novels already knew what was going to happen, but that didn't make it any less horrific. Game of Thrones established early on that it was willing to kill off major characters, like when Ned lost his head in season 1. But taking out 2 central characters in one fell swoop and killing a pregnant woman and her unborn child was almost too much for viewers to bear. There are many shocking and upsetting twists that take place in the show, but this will always be the one we remember the most.
The Lannisters send their regards.
So did you guys survive reliving all these wonderfully sad TV moments? Which do you think was the saddest? Let us know in the comments, or come tell me on Twitter or Instagram at Rebecca Brayton. Also, be sure to like and subscribe, and please watch this other video. I promise it's not as sad.